Good morning. How is everybody this morning? Saturday morning here at the Just Be Yoga Studio. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we're ready for our yoga basics this morning. Feel free to kind of sound off and chime in as to who is showing up to get moving this morning. And also, when you start that out, if you like, go ahead and let me know anything that's going on that I need to know about in your hips or your joints or even your mind. Uh, yeah, so I am letting you guys know that we have some workshops coming up, and on May 31st, so that'll be next Sunday, we are going to have a workshop, a balance workshop, one about how to find a space of balance in our bodies and maybe start to approach other postures that maybe kind of take us off a little bit, or we feel a little frustrated, or we notice that we start to precipitate it with, I can't, I never. And we'll break down some of the anatomy of balancing. So check that out on our Facebook wall as well. It'll be up on our website shortly. And I'm only going to be able to have 10 people in that. It's going to be a Zoom because I am going to be interacting. So I'll be able to look at your posture and make suggestions for something for you to modify, for you to find a better grounding where you are. All right. Well, good morning, Claudia. How you doing? All right. So we're here for our yoga basics here at Just Be Yoga on our Yoga Basics Live this Saturday morning. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring my feet to a nice even positioning. For some of us, that may be together, that may be apart. As you can see, I'm kind of encouraging us to start standing if we like. Lifting up through the front of our chest. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, maybe rock forward and back in your feet. Good. If it feels safe, you could roll onto the side edges, just waking up your ankles a little bit. Now I'm going to turn sideways, and we'll just wake up a little bit of the hips with a few pelvic tilts, back and forth. And then see if you can find a nice balance space in the pelvis, growing tall through the front of the chest. We'll roll the shoulders up and back and down. And now we're arriving in our mountain posture. Feel your feet, feel your legs, your hips, feel your whole body holding you upright. Maybe engage a little bit in the belly, pulling in the muscles, not sucking, just engaging the muscles of the belly. Giving yourself some solidity and some strength as we stand. Maybe close the eyes and find your breath. So the point of our yoga basics is to show some of the fundamentals of all of the root postures, offering a basic way to approach most yoga postures. Pick and choose things that work for you, and feel free, because you can check this out on replay at any point in time. Go ahead and go up there and type something in if you have a question. All right, so I have the opportunity to be able to see what's going on for you and maybe offer a few suggestions just for you. All right. So we're in our mountain, feeling nice and sturdy. Try not to lock the knees. So notice how I have really pressed that back. It also kind of forced, as you'll notice here, forced my tailbone to scoot back. So now I'm going to soften the knees a bit, scoot that tailbone under, and grow tall. Good. So we'll feel the mountain, steady. Notice where the weight is in your feet and your legs. Are you in one leg more than the other? And we'll breathe in and lengthen, encouraging length in the body while rooting down through the bottom body. Exhale, we'll do a gentle side bend. I'm side bending to my left, so I'm pushing down a little extra with the right leg. Breath in, and we'll lift. Nice and easy breath. Exhale, over to the other side. Try not to go to your max for anything. We'll breathe in and come upright. Exhale as we hinge forward. Now bend the knees a little and let the upper body go. This is Uttanasana, the standing forward fold, and we'll gradually roll the spine up. And take a moment to reflect on, what did I feel with intensity while I was in that forward bend? In my spine, my hamstrings. And as we continue to move, there's a Sanskrit term, sthira sukha, ease and steadiness. Can you have found a little bit more ease? What might you want to adjust by bending something, doing something a little less in order to find ease? Let that be something that you're using as we're traveling in the body today. We'll breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, gentle side bend. Breath in and lift, no hurry. Exhale it over. Breath in and lift. As we're lifting, can we feel the pressing down as well? Exhale, come on down. Feel the ease. Breath in. Breath out. Give yourselves permission for the ease. We'll breathe in and lift the chest up halfway here. Exhale, let it go. I can still hear you, Paul. Breathe in and lift. Maybe soften those knees. Exhale, let your upper body go. Good. Let's breathe in and lift. And now maybe have a block or even a chair. A chair is a great thing when we're doing this home practice. I'm going to turn sideways here for us. Resting those hands on the block or the chair. Soft give in the knees. I'm going to do a little cat and cow even in this position, working our spine. So we'll drop the belly down, lift the gaze. Notice that I'm bending my knees here. And then round the spine, pressing it up, dropping the head down. Breathe in, arch and lift. Pull the shoulder blades back and away. Work your neck. Exhale, round. Force nothing. Remember, ease and steadiness. Inhaling as we drop the belly and lengthen the neck. Exhaling as we round. And we'll roll the spine up to standing. Good. Let's work the shoulders a little bit. Up, back, down. Feel the down. Forward. Can we feel the forward? Where do we feel that? In between the shoulder blades, in our neck, in our chest. Easing it up. Really work the muscles. Have you found the limit of up? Breath. Back. Where am I feeling that? I'm feeling that way up high in the back of my neck. Now down while going back. Good. Now I'm going to lengthen the arms out. Spread the fingers wide. Make a fist. Spread the fingers wide. Stretch. How much have we worked these hands? Squeeze and open. Maybe we've been holding some lawn tools a lot, squeezing super tight. So really expand. Find that opposite action. And now wrist rotations. Wake up the hands. Wake up the muscles in between the bones in your hands. Smooth, calm breath. Change direction. Now, if your shoulders are starting to strain or your arms are feeling heavy, give a little give in the elbows. Take that pressure off of yourselves. More isn't better. Nice. And we'll take the right arm across. I'm going to bring my left hand behind the shoulder. Some of you may like to hook, but if you are hooking, try to hook above the elbow joint. Breath in. Drop that right shoulder down and we'll twist. Breath in, breath out. Ease and steadiness. Don't lock your knees. Push your legs down. Stand in your legs. And we'll release. Let's come on back out, open. And we'll find the other side. No hurry. And twisting. Knees can be soft. Push the legs down. Ease and steadiness. Face is soft. Breath in. Breath out. Whatever's going to be is going to be. Don't put any pressure on yourself, on your range. Just let your mind feel what you're feeling inside of the body. And we'll release, expand, and then we'll bring the hands behind us. Some of you may want to bring your hands either to a strap, so a towel can work, or even a belt, but I'm going to grab a strap that I have handy right here, and we could bring our hands together that way. If you can find a clasp easily, go ahead. Some people like to hold their wrist. Some like to thread their fingers. I'm a threader, at least today. I'm going to keep my knees a little soft. Hips forward. Growing tall from the belly up. Shoulder blades back and down. Breastbone up to the ceiling. Toward the ceiling. Breath in. Breath out. Yet again, can you feel your legs deliberately pressing downward? An even, smooth pressure downward. Feel breath expanding in your tummy. And now we're going to come forward. Now feel this out. You might want to let your arms go. You may want to hold on to them. Breath in, ease and steadiness. Breath out. Maybe turn your head here, starting to bring some attention into our neck. I'm going to let my arms go. I'm ready with that. But feel free if you want to hang on to it. If that's feeling great, go ahead and hang out. So we're still turning the neck. Good. I'm going to bring my hands down to the floor and walk my knees back. Now I'm going to lay my belly all the way down onto the floor. I'm going to rest my head. Try to soften all the muscles in my back and in my buttocks. Using my hands, I'm going to push down, lift the chest. Now, I don't know if you can notice my hip bones and my low belly are still touching the floor. I've got my elbows bent, relaxing the shoulders. Now, for some of us, it might look this high. For some of us, it might look this high. Feel your arms giving a little bit of work to push down and lift the chest. See if you can invite yourselves to feel and balloon your belly with breath. Soften your neck. We're not here to crane the neck. This is Cobra, lifting from the center of us. Relax your butt muscles. Smooth and even breath as we come up, hands and knees. Good. And now child's pose. So I'm going to sink my butt back toward my heels and let my head go. Knees could be wide, knees could be together. I encourage you to start to feel out both. Even if knees together feels really limiting and confining as far as the breath is concerned, we got to experience them both and find breath in them both. We'll eventually grow and change and expand and transform in these spaces. I'm going to come back up to hands and knees. And I am going to now think I'm just going to turn my mat all the way. I had thought that we would do something at the wall, which we might do later. This way you can see where the wrists are under the shoulders. Now actually where my knees are is a little too far forward. I'm going to bring my knees back a bit so that they're directly under my hip bones. And a few cat and cows again. Feel the tailbone. See if you can tilt that up. What is the range of movement in your low back? Breathe and let the belly drop down here as you're breathing. Press firmness through the arms. Now curve from the tailbone under, rounding the spine up toward the ceiling, and allow your head to drop freely. We don't need to engage any muscles in our neck, or just let the weight of the head hang from the vertebrae of the neck, doming the shoulder blades up here. Don't dump everything in the wrists of your palms. Press through the surface of your fingers too. They have a role to play. They can help. They can assist. Connection. Yoga means to create a connection. Let's build that awareness. And we'll find a neutral space. Good. I'm going to twist the spine, waking it up a little bit, rooting down through this right arm, turning the chest. And in order to just isolate from the chest and low waist, I'm just going to have my hand rest on the hip here. Now, we tend to want to really lean back here. So see if you can keep the chest forward, breath, and then notice what happens as you try to revolve your chest open. You've got to push down in that right arm. And we might lose awareness of breath. Laugh about it. Fill yourself up with breath. Now, if it's easier to breathe, if you try a little less, try a little less. What's moving? Breath. Come out when you can't find peace in the breath and the body. And I'm going to switch. Bringing my left arm down, pressing, twisting, bringing that right hand to my hip. Oh, my spine is kind of grateful for this twist here. Softening the neck. Ease and steadiness. Push down with the left arm. Don't just twist your neck. Don't just twist your shoulders. And I'll bring the right hand down. All right. Remember what I said about asking the fingers, the entire length of each digit, to do some weight bearing. Go ahead and press into them, asking them, inquire. We'll tuck the toes and start to lift the butt up, dropping the head down for downward facing dog. If you'd like to pedal your heels up and down, go right ahead. Feels really yummy sometimes. Maybe you'd like to just keep your knees bent here, lengthening and pushing the butt up, dropping the head down. This takes practice to find a space of ease here. So you may want to bring those knees down, giving those arms a break, noticing how much we've been asking those arms to do so much work. Wrist rotations, working that out. And notice whether you rush yourself through the transition spaces, the spaces that are meant to kind of restore us. There's no, oh, enough of that, I need to hurry on. No, this is valid. This is us connecting with what our wrists are telling us, what our arms are telling us. I'm going to make my way up to the top of the mat, shifting my weight into my right leg, stepping that left foot forward. Did you slam that foot down or did it land softly? So I'm going to bring that knee back. And now I'm going to step the other one up. Try to breathe also. So many things. Good. Of course, if this is bothersome on the knees, this might not be a transition that you would like to come up. So if you would prefer, you can just be stepping your foot up and then step your other foot up. But if you're along for this little experiment, we're going to step a foot up, chest is up. I'm noticing, how do I move in my body? What body parts and muscles start to have to engage and cooperate and collaborate to get me up here? All right. I'm going to pull all of this together into a bit of a flow. All right. Lengthening and compressing, some strength and some loosening, ease and steadiness. Let's breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, letting that upper body go. Remember, you can bend those knees, rolling that spine up. We'll lengthen the arms up, find a gentle side bend. Breath in, push the legs down. Exhale, over, open something, maybe just your mind. Breath in, lift, engage your abs without sucking the tummy in. And we'll let it go, letting the upper body hang. Breath in. Breath out. Hands to your floor or your block. Right hand down, left hand to the hip, twist. Breath in. Maybe those knees are soft. Breath out. Switching it out. Left hand down, right hand to the hip. Twist the middle of us. Breath in. Breath out. Both hands down, stepping back to our plank. Chest over thumbs, squeeze your belly muscles. If you want, you could always straighten those legs. Breath in, exhale, lower it down mindfully. Don't just drop your body to the floor. Remember the cobra. Inhale, smooth, be kind. Exhale, lower. We'll bring ourselves up to hands and knees. Take a rest. Let's do 3 breaths in a child's pose. We'll come up to hands and knees. Finding our downward dog, bring your attention into your hands. What is doing weight bearing? The more that we build our understanding of this and start to practice this, the better we'll be as we grow in different poses, because we know how to bring attention into our root and our support structure. We'll tuck the toes, understanding how are we supported, what makes us feel secure. And we'll start to lift the hips, dropping the head down. Breath in, make a choice about those knees, maybe they're soft. Breath out. Coming up to the top of the mat, I'm going to bring one knee down, step the other foot up. Maybe we've got to grab it and help it up there, and step the other leg up. I'm going to wrap my arms behind my knees. If you need to hold a strap, go ahead. If you can bring those elbows, just wrap them under the knees. Now I'm pulling my knees back. I'm not letting these knees go past those toes. Pulling the butt back as well. Wrapping my belly against the thigh. I'm going to hold on tight and pull and resist. Pull and resist. Squeeze your belly. Breathe deeply. And come all the way up to standing. Feeling a nice isometric hold. Really feeling our strength engage. We're going to get a strap now. We're going to do some standing balance. So I'm going to take this strap and bring it to the bottom of my right foot. Now remember, you could be using a belt or a towel, hosiery, a long sock, probably not an electrical cord. Notice that I'm holding the strap really close down. So I've got the arm fully extended. So I don't have the arm bent up here, all right? So I'm just kind of meeting myself where I am. Chest is lifting. Find the mountain. Remember the mountain that we practiced in the beginning. Feel the weight in your feet. Knees are just maybe a little soft. Where are you in your pelvic bowl? We want to give the bones an opportunity to be our support structure in a nice even way, like we're stacking Jenga. We're going to root into the left leg and then root into the right. Let's just see if we can shift back and forth. Feel the weight shifting. Feel muscles start to grip in different ways because it has to give us solidity to hold us. There's the train. I'm going to root down in the leg that doesn't have the strap. I'm going to ask the other leg to lift a little. Now, what happened to the mountain? See if you can ask the rest of you to sit upright. Now, you might apply so much pressure that it makes you wobble and you lose it, and that's okay. We learned something. We learned about how we put the energy in there. We probably need to work it a little more slowly. Ease and steadiness, even in how we apply our energy. Breath in, remember ease in the breath. Breath out, lower it down, let that go, shake it out. And then I'll get ready for the other side. Once again, finding your mountain. Are you still growing tall or are you already fixated on, I'm about to do this thing with my hand on the strap thingy and I'm going to have to do this one leg perfect fit. Let's just be in the mountain. Breathe in the mountain. Feel both feet on the earth. Stand in them. Scoop that tailbone under. Feel the belly engaging. Hold yourself with ease. Don't strangle. And let's do the shifting again. Now I'll bring some of this weight here. Let it squeeze. Let this leg get ready to hold us. Still invest in the mountain. And now I'll lift that foot maybe half an inch. Doesn't even have to be the same as the other side. Dare yourself to say, okay, what does chilling look like and feel like here? Let's work on the chill and not even work on the energy going up. Let's just work on the chill. Breath, relax your jaw. Now, if you've already gone a breath more than you thought you could, don't get all sassy about it. Breath. Now see if, just a little bit, test. Can I stand a little bit taller? A micrometer. No one can tell. You can't reach out and go, look at me. You know it. Breath in. Breath out. Let's bring that foot down. Shake that out. I know we held that leg a little longer than the other leg, but wait, we get to do it again. All right, so we're going to bring this foot under this strap. Chest is up. We want to feel rooted. We want to feel secure before we explore any new heights. All right? So as we bring weight into the standing leg, apply a little bit upward to help us. And we'll lift. Oh, I went too fast. We'll lift. And maybe switch hands so that you can take that other arm up a little bit more. Now notice I'm not going very far. I'm just going to feel out where's the space that I can sustain with ease and breath. Now start to observe the muscles that are working on this standing leg to hold me up. Ooh, starting to feel the calf muscles. Definitely feeling muscles in that foot. wiggling and working. That's it, trying to work it out. It's on its own teeter-totter. Ah, can I bring my mind into a balanced teeter-totter? Breath. And we'll slowly lower that down. Good. I'm going to work that hip out. Work this hip out. Work. Good. Come on, the toes. Because the feet, the muscles inside of the feet are doing a lot of work. And now we'll switch. Up, tummy, bring weight into the other leg. And when we're ready, lifting. You don't have to go higher than the last time. If you want to try, you could just bring the hand and switch just to move it up an inch or so. And let your arm help that leg. Now, pretty much, this lengthened leg doesn't have any job to do. It's going along for the ride. This is the leg we need to send the gratitude to. Thank you, left leg. Breath. All right, left leg, teach me how you're doing what you're doing. Feel the muscles in your buttocks, your thigh. Are we dumping into a hip or are we standing in that leg? Where's our mind? Breath in, breath out. Check. Whoop. Wanted to just kind of check whether I've got any tension. And I'm going to lower that down. Setting my strap aside here. Working the legs out. Now, it may have sounded like I was trying to say don't feel proud of growing or being able to find a space in your body. By all means, I'm not saying that. We should feel good when we feel moments of growth or moments of understanding, moments of new seeing of something about ourselves. Heck yeah, because that's the yoking. We're getting to connect. We're getting to do that yoga and get to know ourselves and know our bodies even better. All right, we'll breathe in and grow tall. Exhale, let it go. All right, I'm going to invite us to come on down to sitting. And once we get there, if it's accessible to you, we're going to cross one leg. You can just keep it on the floor if you prefer. But I'm just going to bring it up here and see if we can thread our fingers inside of each toe. In between each toe, not inside of them. All right. Now I'm just going to flex and point. I feel like we were on those feet for a bit, so I want to bring some space and stretch out some of those muscles that we're working. Okay, the inside of, in between of each of the bones in the feet, the metatarsals. All of those muscles, we're doing a lot of work to hold us upright. And then if you can, we'll do an ankle rotation. Breathe, ease and steadiness still. We're not going off to the races. Be nice to your feet. This is a nice massage moment where we're connecting. Notice what wants to move when it doesn't have to do the work itself. Change direction. And we'll let those fingers out. Massage, massage the whole sole of the foot, the heel. I like to come up toward the Achilles tendon, the back of that calf. Whoa, so much. Give some honor and respect that this really small region holds all of this all day long, pretty much. Every time we get up. And then we'll wake it up. Stimulate those feet. And we'll switch. Coming over for a little gratitude on this side. And see if we can thread the fingers in between the toes here. I always have a little more difficulty with this foot. I don't know if the fingers are fatter or if the toes are fatter. And I'm going to flex and point. I'm going to be joined by karma. Sit. Breath. You linger here as long as you wish, and then maybe start your ankle rotations. Notice what else is going on in your body as you do this. Did your neck start to get tight, your jaw, your shoulders? Can we try to maintain a state in our mind and body that has that sthira sukha, that ease and that steadiness? And I'll let that go, massage in between the toes. And deep into the arch of that foot, I was pressing down with my thumbs, and yeah, that woke me up there a little bit. Love to pay attention to my heels because it feels like that's an area that accepts so much weight, but it doesn't feel nearly as sensitive as the toes, right? My toes are super ticklish. My heel is like it can take a pounding, and I'm like, oh, it should be more sensitive. It can be more sensitive. I'm going to wake that foot up. Good. And we'll bring those legs out in front of us. And then let's point and flex. Point and flex. Ankle rotations, nice and free. We're in a non-weight bearing setting. Ooh, feel that out, just like when we did the wrists. Maybe add the wrists while we're here. Just say, hey, we're just going to circle them all. Changing directions. Ooh, flare the toes. How alive and aware and awake can we be in our feet, our toes, our ankles, our wrists? Now I'm going to give a soft give under my knees, a little bit of space in between the inner thighs. No strap to start. And just let that upper body drape. Letting the head go. Letting your tummy breathe. Letting your shoulders droop. And we'll gradually bring that upper body back up. I'm going to shift over to my right side and bend this left knee. All right, notice that the foot, you could put a blanket maybe here. I've got this turned sideways. That might be where you want to be. You could also have that leg bent a little bit further out. I prefer, and it is accessible because the top of my foot is really super stretched out, to tuck, okay? So that feels good for me. Sideways doesn't feel good for me. Got a bunion, says get off of me. So I'm like, okay, got it. I'm going to get off of you. Now I've got my hands out here on the side giving me a little support. And just feel what's going on here. Some of you might want to just walk your hands behind you. That's all. Now, if you've got that foot tucked under, you're going to feel that stretch in the shin and the ankle. Some of you may already be feeling a bit of a stretch through the front of that thigh. Breath in. Breath out. And now I'm just going to come forward, lean over to the right, and bring that leg out. How about we do a little transition? I'm going to come forward again. Now, maybe your legs are starting to feel a little more accustomed to this movement, and you might want the legs to be straight. So we can feel that out. Flex the toes, nice and active. Now, I'm just going to ask you to see if the upper body, you can go ahead and round it, curve it. Just see how far forward it wants to hinge. Letting our jaw go. Letting our neck go. Breath in. Breath out. Let go. Just let go. Ungrip from the inside out. And we'll gradually bring that upper body back up. Nice, and we'll see about the other side. I'm just going to turn so you can see camera view. I am switching legs, so I'm going to bring this leg now back. Again, it could be on the side here, and I'll demo that with it on the side. So I'm using my left arm as a kickstand. For some of us, we might need to lean this far over. Feel what's going on, and then maybe use that arm as that kickstand, leaning back a bit. Feel that now. Because that foot is turned to the side here, definitely feeling more through the top of the thigh, the quadricep, front of the hip. Breath in, breath out. And then I'll gradually come on up and bring that leg out in front of us. One more time to come forward. Now, if you want to use your strap, we've warmed that up a little bit. If you want to bring the strap to the bottoms of your feet, and I'll grab my strap. Clear out fleshy bits. Sometimes having a stack of blankets under our butt, giving us a little butt lift, a little booster chair to come into these forward bends is a great way to start to acclimate the hamstrings and the back muscles. We give a lot of attention to thinking that all that we're stretching is back here, but the back has to cooperate. And oftentimes we've hit our limit on what the hamstrings will give, and the rest is going to be in the back area. Hands to the strap beneath the feet. I'm going to bring my legs together, all right? The further apart they are also makes it more accessible. Great way to start learning, and then we gradually bring the legs in, gradually bring the legs in. This might feel intense for some of you, so choose the distance. Choose whether you want some blankets under your butt. Flex the toes to the face, charge up the backs of those legs, push the backs of the legs into the floor. Spine is lifting, shoulders down, breath in. As we exhale, we'll encourage pulling the chin and chest toward the big toes. Notice my elbows has flared out to the sides as I'm pulling. Now slide your shoulder blades down your back. Now here's going to be a really difficult thing to think about. Uncontract your belly muscles. Uncontract your abs. And just let your tummy breathe. Let's cycle through that again. Flex the toes to your face. Yep, those calves are starting to talk. Push the backs of the legs down, squeeze the thighs. Elbows out to the sides, pulling the chin forward. Shoulder blades sliding back, relax your tummy. Breath in, breath out. Stay in this now and unsqueeze all of your muscles and see what happens. Stay in this and loosen the flesh around all of your muscles. How patient can we be for release? What hurry are we in anyway? I'm going to let the strap go. Slowly, really be patient as you bring your chest up. That is a nice deep stretch. So we don't want to snap the rubber band out of where it was, especially if some of these movements are new in our body. All right, I'm going to take my strap and move it aside. And I'm going to turn sideways with us. Pressing the backs of the legs down. Tilt the tailbone back and feel a lift through the ribs. Ask your rib cage to lift itself. Notice if you sucked in the tummy when you did so. Chin is down. Squeeze the muscles of those thighs, pushing the backs of the legs down. Let's do some point and flex here. All right, now we're going to see about a twist in this nice open free space. All right, so hands anywhere on that leg that you can, Other hand behind me for some leverage. Now don't lean back for that arm. See if you can try to keep your head stacked above your shoulders, stacked above your hips. And then ask the belly button to twist. Squeeze the thighs, anchor, root yourselves. Breath in, breath out. Feel your own rib cage and ask it to grow up tall. Move the spine, wring it out. Ease and steadiness. And then we'll gradually release, no rush. If you want to stay there, stay there. Finding my way around, shoulders down, chest lifting, breath in. And twist on the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. Can you let the tummy inflate? What do we like about that? What do we not like about that? That's still all valid yoga. We're getting into the deep stuff when we start to acknowledge to ourselves some of that chatter, that inner chatter. Is it kind? Is it mean? Is it forgiving? Is it impatient? I'm calling myself out. And then I'm going to gradually release. I'm going to twist again on the other side. Chest up, twisting. Notice what's changed. What's different? Oh, maybe is there a little bit more range, or is it just familiar now? The body's like, okay, we're going here again. And now I'm going to lean forward. Now stop when your body says stop. Breath in. And lift the chest back up. I'm going to twist to the other side. Breath in. And come forward. Don't force anything. Find some yum here. And bring our spine back up. Again, we'll twist. Really twist. Feel where you are. And when you're ready, come forward. And bringing the chest back up. Oh, nice. Keep the neck with it, a slow motion whipping. Twist. Coming forward. Your body is going to say stop. Maybe each time it's allowing a little bit more movement. Maybe not. And we'll come to center. And hinge forward. Good. And then roll the spine up. Lift your head left. Slow motion whipping of the spine. Lead, jut the chin forward. Relax the belly and the back. Round the spine. Back up. Breath. Okay. Before I run out of time, I wanted to do a bit of a pigeon here. So a basic pigeon. I'm going to bend my left leg in here, having the shin parallel with the front of my mat. I'm going to bring this right knee up against that left foot. So we've been in this a little familiar on this side. So again, make your choice. Do you want this foot turned to the side, or do you want to work out the top of that foot? Now, you could get a pillow, maybe a cushion from your sofa, or if you've got yoga bolsters, mine are over there, can't reach them. So I'm just going to come forward. But you could lay that down out in front of you. Now, some of you are like, I don't want to do the bent leg, the pigeon. Okay, you could start to take that leg back and then come forward. You're going to feel that hip opening there. And then if you insist, I'm going to turn sideways. We went from here to here. If you insist, you can try to bring the top of that knee But this is not basic, okay? We're really putting a lot of demand on the front of that hip, also onto the piriformis and the other hip. So a part of the practice could be, can I accept and be contented with this? What is it that I'm asking more of? You could also change the angle of the front leg coming. Ooh, there's that. There it is. Breathe. Maybe having that pillow out in front of you or your elbows. Bring an intention of softness, kindness. Can you let your body weight sink into that left hip? Let your mind go into the inner landscape of that hip. What is going on? Can you visualize strands of muscles, of tendons, tightening or releasing, somewhere in between? Let your neck go. Now I'll bring myself up. I'm going to switch it on over, doop, 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 to the other side. Now I'm going to stay then in my modified with this knee out to the side. Remember, it could be up by that foot. It could be back. Didn't mean to thump my own body. And maybe, if you're insisting, kneecap facing the floor. Woo! And man, my body says, save that for the next class because I got a lot to do a little later. When you're ready, maybe your pillow right here, coming forward. Now I'm going to change this angle, bringing this foot up a little bit more because, my body was saying, I'm not feeling much. I'm going to try to keep my torso over my midline, not leaning to my right very much. Now letting the weight sink, straight down. Breathing in, breathing out. Let your neck go. What are we accepting on this side? How are we practicing ease? And it's so fulfilling when we notice how we ourselves create ease within ourselves. And we'll gradually bring ourselves up. Then we're on our way to our own yoga practice. Bring the bottoms of my feet together. Lifting the chest up, pressing those inner thighs open. Let that lifting of the neck pull the shoulders down. Let the lifting of the front of the chest pull the shoulders down. Press the inner thighs open. Let your tummy breathe. Gentle neck rotation. We're not in any hurry. And let's scan now. What areas of the body have we moved, touched, flexed, stretched, strengthened today? Arms, shoulders, wrists, feet, ankles, toes, thighs, knees, calves, back, tummy. How much did we work the tummy? Well, we twisted it. Oh yeah, and then we did that engaged chair, that hugging chair. Let's change direction. Now neck, maybe work the jaw. It's a great way to kind of do your checklist of what did I touch in me, around me, on me in my practice today? Did I touch all of me? We'll come up to a neutral space. Let's go ahead and lie ourselves down on our back. No rush. We'll invite the knees into the chest. Maybe rock and roll a little. This is our first time with our gaze up, where we are completely reclined and our back is on the earth. Feel this change of perspective. Feel the humbling of this space. Arms open wide. I'll let the knees fall over to one side. Breath in. Breath out. And let's come on back up to center. And let's go on over to the other side. Patient ease and steadiness. Wringing out your spinal column. Soften your neck. Let your body receive this movement. Receive the wringing out. Receive the release. Rather than it being something we do. And we'll bring the knees back to center. A happy baby here. You could bring your hands behind your knees and pull the knees toward the floor here. Perfectly legit. If this isn't your jam, you can keep your feet down. This is a very revealing space, or maybe just hug the knees. So feel out and honor and respect your comfort zone. There are no musts or mandatories in our yoga practice. Our yoga practice is for us to find a comfortable seat inside of ourselves. Maybe we need to learn how to be comfortable inside of ourselves. That is the fundamental. That is the basic. So you could lie down and find your Shavasana now. You're resting. You could roll over and come up to sitting and find a nice quiet space in your mind, in a meditative space. You could sit on a block. You could sit cross-legged. Hands to your heart center. All that is love and light and truth inside of me is but a reflection of the love, light, and truth inside of you. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. This has been our Yoga Basics. Please hit us on replay. Check us out on YouTube or Instagram. We've got some workshops coming up. Check it out on our website, justbeyoga.com. Have a great day. Namaste.